here in Massachusetts, there is a state law that allows firearms to be taken away from people in crisis. But tonight, 5 Investigates' Karen Anderson has learned that tool is rarely being used. She picks up the story from there, Karen.
And Ed, Massachusetts has what's known as a red flag law that allows family members or law enforcement to ask a judge to take someone's firearms away. But it has to be used to work.
As we saw in Maine, people in crisis can do some horrible things, and if we can get the weapons away from them, it takes away that opportunity.
President of the Massachusetts Chiefs of Police Association, Thomas Fowler, wants more people to know about Massachusetts' red flag law.
Unfortunately, there are many other ways people hurt people, but safeguarding against them possessing firearms, I think, is a step in the right direction.
It allows for relatives or police to ask a judge to take someone's guns away if they think the gun owner is a danger to themselves or others. But records show it's rarely used in Massachusetts. Since the law went into effect in 2018, no more than 20 requests have been filed in a single year. Last year, there were just 12. What's your reaction to hearing last year there were just 12 petitions in Massachusetts?
It really highlights that a lot of people don't know about that.
Fowler says the mass shootings in Maine also highlighted untreated mental health problems. Police here have the authority to ask that someone be evaluated or treated and can remove their firearms as part of that process. Police in Maine did try to speak with Card about his mental health and issued what's known as a File 6, a missing persons report. Do we have more tools here in Massachusetts than just a missing person report to help stop someone who could have firearms and be in crisis?
We do have some options here. If someone is in crisis, if we can take that option of firearms away from them until they get the help they need, hopefully it prevents a tragedy.
Now, Chief Fowler says he supports expanding the red flag law so mental health professionals can also file a request. That is included in the gun reform bill passed by the Massachusetts House earlier this month. Live in the newsroom, Karen Anderson, 5 Investigates.